Rob Edwards, welcome to Watford. Thank you very much for speaking to us. We're absolutely delighted to have you here. First off, how does it feel to be the new Watford head coach?
Yeah, welcome to you guys as well, because you're in our dressing room, aren't you, at the moment as well? So I'm welcoming you.
Yeah, very true.
It feels great. You know, all of the things you can imagine. Extremely proud, really excited. It's a real privilege to be the head coach of this unbelievable football club. I know it's a real honour, and one I'm excited to try and do it justice as well. We're going to give it everything. So yeah, really excited. Really excited.
We were just mentioning off air, weren't we, about the last month for you?
Yeah, it must have been, probably one of the busiest months of your life. Promotion with Forest Green, getting the Watford job. You're at a couple of games towards the end of the season. What's that all been like, and what have you been up to?
It has been. It's been a whirlwind. Achieving what we did at Forest Green was incredible. Then getting this opportunity now it's just been, it's been one thing after another for a few weeks now. It's been busy, but not been overwhelming, to be honest, because with the season winding down, I was able to watch a couple of the games live, the last couple of games, which is great. To be able to see the players, and that's been good. The season has officially finished now for our lads as well. So some of them will go on holidays, some of them will go and on international duty. So it's a little bit of a quieter time. Not loads happens in terms of recruitment and things like that right now at the moment. There's obviously discussions and things going on in the background, but not loads of things happen. So it's a great opportunity at the moment now for myself and Richie to get to know people, get to know the staff. To be around the club today and meet people is brilliant. Been at the training ground a couple of times and getting to know everyone there that we're going to be working with closely on a daily basis as well. So it's been good. It's so a lot has happened, but it feels like I've been able to enjoy it as well, and also like breathe a little bit. Because at the end of the season you do need to
wind down a little bit, right?
A little bit,
yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
I guess the question on every fan's lips is why Watford? What attracted you to the club from Forest Green?
Yeah, I don't think that's a difficult question. It's Watford Football Club. It's a huge football club. And let's be honest here now. I mean, I was really lucky to work at Forest Green. They gave me my first opportunity to be a head coach in the Football League. They gave us a platform to work on, and we did well, all of us together. But that's given us an opportunity now to get this, and I think it's great. I think there seems to be now at the moment there's opportunities for younger British coaches. I think, and I've got. I say myself, Richie, and along with all the staff, we've got this opportunity now, an amazing club like this, to try and build something. And I feel like I've got that opportunity now, that we've got that opportunity now to all right, it's been a tough year, we know that, but I think we can almost start building something together. And when I say together, I mean you guys, I mean the supporters, I mean the staff, I mean the players, everyone, all of us, to try and build something and take the club back to where we want to go, and then to try and stay there as well. Yeah. But it's going to take time, and I know that. But when I'm talking about building something, it's not just like everything that you see on the grass and on the pitch now. It's a culture. It's something that we're sitting here now, right here with the badge, with the crest here now. It's what this represents. It's being proud to represent this football club. It's still, when you're sitting here talking about it, and I know it's happened now it's been a couple of weeks, it still feels slightly surreal. Sure. Probably because now I haven't had that day yet with the players, and it's almost like I've started, but we haven't started officially yet until that first day of pre-season. I think when that happens, that's the bit I'm looking forward to, meeting the players and getting to know everybody and getting down to work. But it's just an incredible opportunity. And why Watford? I go and walk around that stadium now. Go out there, 15, 20 yards, and just go and look around. And that's what I did today when I arrived here. And you think, this is why, Rob. This is why. what an opportunity now.
And you talk about building something, and that's definitely for every Watford supporter listening, so encouraging to hear. And one man who did build something at this football club was Graham Taylor, and that's someone that you had the privilege of working with in your playing days. What sort of principles in his management do you think you can take from him and sort of apply to your own sort of managing style?
Yeah, what a man. First of all, I'll say this: without him giving me the opportunity to play for Aston Villa, and it was only a handful of games because of injury. But without him giving me that opportunity, I wouldn't be sat here now talking to you guys, because then it took me down a career path of I've been lucky enough to play and have a career of sorts, and then to take that into coaching as well. The first time I met him properly and him speaking to me was, well, he wasn't really speaking to me. He was shouting at me along with a couple other of my colleagues, because our house was a bit of a mess, and he'd found out the house was a mess, and the kitchen was a bit of a mess, and the cleaner had got in touch with the club and told the club, and he was letting us know that those are not the standards expected at this football club, and that was the first time. But then I had a lot of really, really good conversations with him over, when I started getting into the squad and then playing a little bit as well. And he was someone that cared. He was someone that wanted to give young players an opportunity. He, of course, he demanded high standards and hard work. Those were non-negotiables. But I'll be forever grateful to the opportunity he gave me. But those values, the things that he stood for, I think. I've been lucky to work with and for a lot of people that hold those high standards as well, and those are things that they ring true. They're things that are important to me as well now.
Rob, you mentioned the non-negotiables, and I think one thing I would love to hear from you is, what does a Rob Edwards team need to have? What does it need to have, not only off the pitch but on the pitch in terms of the style of play? Could you maybe break down what you feel is the most important attributes of one of your teams?
Yeah, of course. I think the one thing that we all want to see, and supporters, us as staff, and the players themselves, because they'll feel comfortable when they get this, is hard work. What does hard work mean? Hard work can mean different to you. It can mean different to you. It can mean different to me as well. So we've got to break that down, and I'll probably do that more with the players at the moment, and because it's got to suit the players, and we'll get some actual things that you need to be able to see, things that I know I can see, which lets me know that you're working hard. But people want to see running, fight. They want to see people heading it, blocking it, tackling, sprinting, showing fight and commitment, passion. Those are non-negotiables. The basics. You've got to defend set pieces. You've got to win second balls. You've got to have fight. We've got to show that before you show anything else from a tactical point of view or anything. That's fundamentals, the brilliant basics. We've got to make sure that we do that, and we do that well. In terms of tactical things, we want to be able to attack. We want to be exciting to watch. We want the fans. We want you to be proud to watch the teams. We want it to be entertaining football, but ultimately it's got to be winning. And everyone, when they sit down and do these interviews at first as well, they all say we want attractive football, we want to attack and and all that sort of stuff. But we do. We do. We want to try and have control of the game. We want to try and have control of the ball, but with a purpose. There's always got to be an end goal in mind when you have the ball. It's not just keeping the ball for keeping its sake. We've got to speed the game up at the right time. We've got to go and attack at the right time. We want to get numbers forward. We've got to get people in the right positions to do that. We want to get the ball in the box. You want to put the ball in the right position where you can score goals from. So we want to do all of those things, and at the same time, then you've got to make sure you've got a balance right, because then you're going to lose it. Even if you score, the opposition are going to get the ball back. So you've got to make sure you're right when the opposition get it, and be ready to go and win it back quickly again. And I think that's really important as well. So, we want to be organised, we want to have control, but we've got to be able to speed the game up at the right time. And I think, those are some of the key things that you'll hear me talking about. But I want to see a team that's brave and takes risks. And the one thing that we all know, because we're human beings, is that we'll make mistakes. I'll make more mistakes than anyone, but that's fine because we're human beings. As long as they're honest mistakes, as long as we learn from them, then there's no problem at all. When we're out on the pitch, we'll make mistakes. Again, as long as they're honest mistakes, as long as we react the right way to those mistakes, then people will understand that. If we lose the ball, react, go and win the ball back, sprint, win it back. And I think that's something that we can all get on board with as well. And if we can celebrate that, we actually see someone, it's all right, he's made a mistake, no problem, but he's sprinted and won the ball back quickly. Let's celebrate that as well. And I'm not trying to let people off the hook here and say, okay, you know, we want to have high standards and we want to be able to have good detail with our passing and our touch and the you know, and everything else. But we are human beings, and there will be mistakes at times. But as long as we react the right way, then I can live with that.
You mentioned it there, being brave on the ball and letting your teams play without fear. So how do you do that as a manager with the squad? Is that a trust that they have to buy into what you're trying to do? And how do you try and get the trust with the players?
It is trust, but by me almost saying that stuff as well, look, it's on me, lads. So if you make a mistake, it's on me. Because I'll be the one that'll go, yes, look, I'm asking them to do that. I'm asking us to play that way. So it's on me. So don't worry. If we make a mistake, as long as we react, you're not going to see me throwing water bottles and going mental on the sidelines. Because the one thing I can remember is being out there and actually having fear when I was going out there, and I don't believe that's the best or the way to get the best out of people. It's all right to be nervous. That shows you care. It's all right to have those butterflies, to have, you know, or however you deal with it. But if you've got the person in my position and Richie and all of the staff and everyone on the same page and saying, listen, it's okay. It's okay to make a mistake. But again, going back to it, react the right way, then that might just take a little bit of that pressure away. And by talking about being brave, I don't like saying no fear because people hear the word fear. But you know, people will use that, whatever. But be brave. You know, go and be brave. Take risks. Life's about taking risks. You know, you got to live. You know, what's the worst thing that can happen? If you give the ball away and you get like a few people shout at you for a while, they soon forget it. You know, so it won't be me shouting at them. If it happens constantly and consistently, then I might be having to have a word. You know, and you might be sat next to me if you're doing it too often, but. I think people have got to realise that, and it's hard to do this, but it's almost like that feeling when you're playing with your mates, when you know that to try and have that feeling to bring the best out of yourself, whatever way it is that gets the best out of you. So this will be a conversation I'll have with the players. You know, how do you feel when you're at your best? How do I get the best out of you? Because everyone's different and everyone's an individual. They might make them think a little bit. Okay, yeah, well. A lot of them say then I feel free and I'm not thinking too much when I'm in the zone and when I'm playing, and to try and get them into that sort of zone, we'll need us to be able to have full trust in them, allow them to be able to breathe and to be okay with making mistakes, as long as, again, like I said, we react.
Is this about then creating a culture and environment here at Watford that players can feel safe, that they can make mistakes and they can develop on you? So in terms of the culture you're trying to create, you mentioned it there, is there any other parts that we haven't gone into in terms of the way you want to operate on a man management level, but also on the pitch?
Yeah, I think the big thing is trust. So we'll give players, we'll be honest, we'll be respectful to everyone, and we'll give people, because they are people first, people our time on the pitch, off the pitch. And I think that's all you can be. You can be honest. People, if they're not in the team, they'll know why they're not in the team and what they've got to do to get in the team. I think that's, again, the best people that I worked under and worked for. I think that when they told me, and it probably happened a bit too often for my liking, but this is why you're not in the team, Rob, then at least I could respect that. And sometimes those conversations are difficult, but I'd much rather have them than not. And players to maybe at least respect the decision, they don't have to like it, but at least they know what they've got to do to get in the team. If you're talking about now selection, but yeah, building that trust, because then from that, then we can really push them as well, and challenge them, and try and get the best out of the players as well. And I think that's important.
It's really good you saying this, but at the same time, it's been, you know, a really difficult season for all of us, players included, staff, supporters. How do you think you'll go about sort of lifting the place and sort of installing these values that you talk about?
Well, I'm a new person coming in, so I don't have to see everything that's gone on there before. I'm going to treat everyone now. When I first see them, I'll have that first conversation with everyone. It's like that fresh start, a clean slate for everyone. So I don't think it's a case. I don't have to then worry about what's happened in the past. It's about now going forward and what we're going to be and how we're going to go about it. So I don't think that's difficult at all now, at all, because we'll come in and we'll be exactly the same as I would be if I was working with, the league champions or now, unfortunately, we've gone down and we're in a different league. It's about building the relationships with players again. It's about setting our stall out, and this is what we're about, and this is what you're going to get from us, first and foremost, because I think that's really, really important. And then this is what we expect as well, both on and off the pitch. And I think if you get that human side right, the stuff on the grass will take care of itself. Once players get that back out on the grass and they're around the football, you can forget what's gone in the past, and we've got to start looking forward and building again. So I accept, it's been a difficult time, but then off the back of some difficult times, you can actually then get stronger. And the club's done it before, and players here have done it before as well. This league I'm on about. So we know they're capable.
Are there any players specifically that have already caught your eye from the sort of last couple of games in the season that you've watched?
There is, but I don't want to pick anyone out right now because I don't think it's fair to do it right now. But I think certainly we know there's some really good players, some really talented players that we'll be working with, and again, that's something that's really drawn me to the football club as well, because of the quality of some of the players that we've got. So I'm really excited by that. Really looking forward to getting on, especially on the grass then with some of them, seeing what they're capable of. But I think it's wrong to single out any one individual now, and I think kind of almost going back to that last answer, it's a clean slate for everyone. And I think now it'd be a chance for people to show us, especially over those first few weeks in pre-season.
Just looking forward, Rob, approaching pre-season, which has come around pretty quickly, especially with the end of the Premier League season. You hear from a lot of managers saying they want to have a strong idea about pre-season. What does a good pre-season at Watford look like for yourself?
I think it's building a togetherness and that culture and the stuff that we've been speaking about. It's obviously working on the stuff on the grass, a clear way of playing with and without the ball. The players, everyone's fit these days now. Even if they have 5 or 6 weeks off, they're fit because in the world of Instagram and everything now, they're taking pictures of the 6-packs and the 8-packs. I'm not, no, because I haven't got a 6-pack anymore, so I won't be. Yeah. So, but the lads keep themselves fit, and but it's about getting again the match fitness is about keeping that as well and building a strength and a resilience as well. So it's about those things. But again, I think that togetherness is really, really important. And again, with a new coach coming in, it's about the players coming in and working with us and getting to know us as well and trusting us.
Before obviously the start of next season, there's going to be a lot of talk about where Watford are going to finish, how well they're going to do. In your mind, have you set an ambition and expectation for next season, or is it very much you're going to wait till pre-season before making a judgment on how you see the next season panning out?
I think we all know what we want to do and what we want to achieve, and I would love to be able to sit here now and go, right, we're going to blitz it and we're going to win the league and do this, that and the other. And I think what I will say at the moment now is we've got some very, very good players. I'm confident in the group that we've got. There'll obviously be a bit of coming and going. What we want to do is work with the group and then take our time with it as well. But what I will say is I want us to be competitive, and I know we can be as well. I think hopefully what you guys will see and hopefully the supporters will see is a team that they can identify with, a team that they're proud to watch, and then hopefully a winning team as well. And then where that takes us, we'll see. But I'm confident that we can be at the right end of the table with the group that we've got. But at the moment, let's get a few weeks down the line, and when we chat again, maybe towards the end of pre-season, I can give you a little bit more of my expectations once I've worked with the players for a bit.
Do you think, though, that, I mean, obviously they had a brilliant season last season at Forest Green, won the league. Do you think it might take you some time as well to adapt to that, the high quality of football in the Championship?
I don't think so. I think, I mean, this was the level that I played most of my football at. Admittedly, that was a long time ago. But no, I think, because again, I want to stress that the people first and footballers second. Now, we all want to know that we all want to see good performances out on that pitch. That's clear, that's obvious, but people are people, and the game hasn't changed. The game doesn't change. You know, all right, we'd have been working in League One with Forest Green next season. Lucky enough to be working in the Championship with Watford going forward. What's important that we do, I can't just pick up what we've done last season at Forest Green and then think that just works here, because we've got different individuals, we've got different players. So what I've got to do is find a way that works here. But when I'm talking about the people side of it, that doesn't change. The players want, again, the stuff that we spoke about before, the honesty, they want the respect, and they want to know that we're here to help them improve. Because every player is motivated when they feel that they're improving and that we care for them. And that if they're improving, then that helps the team. And then the team's improving, and hopefully we're winning football matches as well. So no, in terms of working at a higher level, I don't feel it makes too much difference, or it's gonna have too long to get used to. No.
I'm going to ask you, Rob, about the relationship you want to have with the supporters, because I think, look, it's the elephant in the room. There has been a lot of head coaches at Watford over the last 10 years, and sometimes it has been hard to maybe build a relationship or a rapport with the manager. So, how do you look to do that with us, the supporters, over the next couple of seasons?
First of all, I know you guys and the supporters are the most important people at any football club. And you're here before us, you're here after us, you care more than anyone. And I recognise that. And I would love to have a great relationship with you guys, with the fans, because we're going to need you. Simple as that. We're going to need you, I'm going to need you, we're going to need you. When hopefully things are going well. And then there's going to be, as we know, over a 46-game season, there'll be some tough moments as well. Let's be honest, there will be. You know, no season is plain sailing. There's tough moments. And that's when we're going to need you as well. So I want to try and build a relationship with everyone at this football club, and I want you guys to know that we're going to do absolutely everything to try and do that as well. The community here, you know, is. We just talked before with Rich about what the club did and opening up the ground when, you know, during COVID for the people who worked in the hospital here and stuff. And I just think that the people around here want to be able to identify with a football club, and I want to be able to help us do that, to bring everyone together. And I think, look, I'm not saying we're not, but I get you. There's been a turnover of head coaches and managers, and it's probably hard to then identify with anyone because there has been a change. I'm hoping and I believe that I can be here for a while and help build something and help build that togetherness with all of us, because to have success and have prolonged success, you need it. You need it. You need everyone on side. You need everyone going the same way. And this is all great now. It's all great for me to say these things as well. It's action. Yeah, and hopefully then you see that I do care. Hopefully you see that then we're in the community and we are trying to do our bit as well to bring everyone together.
We spoke about the managerial turnovers with the two main men at the top, Scott Duxbury and Gino Pozzo. What conversations have you had with them? Have they made any assurances to you? And what sold the club to you from their point of view?
In my initial chats with Scott and then later on with Gino, I felt nothing but support from them early on, and then in this first few weeks now, I feel like already we've got off to a really good start. I feel like whether this is naive to say it or not, but I feel like there's a real belief in me as well with them giving me this opportunity. I feel like I'm going to be able to help build something. I do. I feel that they've obviously gone down a slightly different route with myself and Richie now as well. I feel like they've really bought into us. I feel like they want to give us that every bit of help and going to give us the autonomy to be able to work, to try and do our stuff and bring success for the football club. That's how it feels, and so we'll all work together to try and do that. But so far, I got nothing but positives with the conversations that I had with both Scott and with Gino.
Is there a message you have for the Watford fans who will be packed out here in a month or so's time, going into the next Championship season?
I just want to reiterate what I spoke about before as well, is that just know that we're going to be giving absolutely everything for you to hopefully have a team that you're proud to watch. And I think I know what that is. You know, you want to see the effort, you want to see the endeavour, you want to see everyone giving everything for the badge, for the football club. And then you want to see some good football as well within that, and that's what I want to see. But also that we're going to need you. You know, we're going to need your voices, and through good and bad times. But we're all going to be in it together. We'll all be living it, feeling the highs and lows together. And I can't wait to meet them all. You know, I've met them all, you know, at one of the games just quickly, you know, before the game, but I can't wait to properly get it, as many people in and get it packed out and get everyone singing and get them behind the lads, because that's the important thing now. Yeah, get behind the lads, because I'm pretty sure they're going to be giving everything for you guys this year. And yeah, I can't wait to see them.
Is the trademark Rob Edwards fist pump coming out to the Rookery next season?
Well, I hope so. Hopefully we win a few games and we can do that. But, you know, when that starts, then I might get sucked in and I might have to do it, you know, we'll see.
We will both be there next season, Sunderland on a Tuesday night. We all will be.
Home and away
across the country.
Thank you. Listen, it means a lot. And I do mean it when I say that we'll need you. And I'm really looking forward to meeting everyone as well. I can't wait.
Rob, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for your time, and we wish you all the best for next season. Cheers.
Legend.
Thank you so much for that, mate.
No problem.
Really
Pleasure.
appreciate it.
Pleasure.